Hello everyone, in this video I will be talking about invasive species, keystone species, and endangered species. Invasive species, keystone species, and endangered species are three categories that play significant roles in shaping ecosystems. Understanding their impacts and implementing effective conservation strategies are vital for maintaining ecological balance and preserving biodiversity. It is important to analyze examples of invasive keystone and endangered species, discussing their ecological impacts and the conservation measures necessary to address their challenges. Invasive species can outcompete native species for resources, disrupt food webs, alter habitat structure, and even cause the decline or extinction of a native species. An example of an invasive species is Asian carp, also known as Hypothalamictus. Wow, that was really hard to say. Asian carp have become a significant threat to freshwater ecosystems in North America. They include several species such as bighead carp, grass carp, and silver carp. Their rapid reproduction and ferocious feeding habits disrupt the food chain, impacting native fish populations and altering aquatic habitats. These fish originate from Asia, as their name suggests, and they are causing serious disruption to the ecosystems and rivers in the Mississippi. And because the Mississippi River system is like a giant freshwater highway, it has unfortunately provided open access to the invasive carp species to several of the country's rivers and streams. Here are some of the conservational strategies to combat these invasive species. To mitigate the impact of invasive species, conservation strategies involve early detection, rapid response, and control measures such as physical removal, biological control, and targeted management approaches. Keystone species are species whose presence and activities have a disproportionate effect on the structure and function of their ecosystems, often exerting a strong influence on community composition. They are important to the ecology of a place because keystone species help maintain biodiversity, regulate populations, and modify habits. Coral reefs and coral polyps are examples of this. Coral reefs are highly diverse ecosystems, and coral polyps play a crucial role in their formation and maintenance. Coral polyps create calcium carbonate skeletons, which form the structure of coral reefs. They provide habitat, shelter, and food for many marine organisms. The health of coral reefs is essential for the overall biodiversity and productivity of the associated ecosystem. Sea otters are considered a keystone species in kelp forest ecosystems. They feed on sea urchins, which are herbivores that graze on kelp. By controlling the sea urchin population, sea otters help maintain the health and abundance of kelp forests, which provide important habitats for numerous marine species. Endangered species are species that are at risk of extinction in the near future. The International Union for Conservation of Nature is a widely recognized authority that classifies and categorizes species based on their conservation status. According to the IUCN, an endangered species falls under the endangered category, which means it faces a very high risk of extinction in the wild. The vaquita is a small porpoise found in the Gulf of California, Mexico. It is the most endangered marine animal species in the world, with a critically low population. The main threat to the vaquitas is incidental capture in fishing gear, particularly gill nets. Conservation efforts are focused on reducing bycatch and protecting their habitats to prevent their extinction. Hawksbill sea turtles are found in tropical and subtropical waters around the world. They are listed as critically endangered due to a variety of threats, including habitat loss, climate change, pollution, and poaching for their shells and eggs. Conservation efforts aim to protect nesting beaches, reduce pollution, and implement sustainable fishing practices to ensure their survival. These examples highlight the vulnerability of marine species to human activities and the importance of conservation measures to protect their population and habitats.